What up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you listen to this and wherever you're listening to it. This is Argus Rowe, House Scorpio, and you're tuned into G.R.D. Now, yesterday we were talking about diurnal, daytime operations. Man, I noticed a difference in energy levels from when I recorded early in the day, and I tried to continue it later on at night. Now, yes, there's multiple factors involved with it. You know, what else did you do throughout the day? Let me close the sunroof so there's not a whole lot of wind buffeting. There we go. And, well, just there's a lot of different variables. So the mainly was the interruption of high energy in the morning, and then I went through my day, and then drop. Just hit a plateau, drop. So now I'm recording at night. It is currently 21:11 on this side of California, and you're in the car with me again. So, Nocturnal. This is what I was talking about the other day. The lifestyle, the nightlife. They're about to have an accident. Anyways. I feel very much alive right now. Now, let me preface that, say I did do some activities throughout the day. I had an appointment. I've had, what else did we do? A little bit of shopping, but not like leisure shopping, like necessity shopping. You know, Costco runs and bullshit like that. But here it is, nightfall, and I'm feeling explosive. Now, granted, it's not even a Friday night, and I feel like I want to go out and do something, but I'm feeling great. And that's the part of this podcast. Those of my nocturnal Scorpios, let me hear you. I'm kidding. Obviously, I can't hear you. It's a podcast. It's recorded live and then upload. Actually, excuse me. Let me correct that before I go on further with this nocturnal discussion. I've been saying this recorded live possibly more than 3 times in the event of all these recordings, and I want to apologize for that. When I say live, I don't mean live like there's a live audience, I'm on Periscope or something like that, and wow, this vehicle has a lot of noise in it. I am sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm just noticing all the noise. I say live in the sense that I'm live recording it, not live as I'm broadcasting. So just to clarify, my lady made a comment about that, talking about, well, you're not live, what are you doing? And to an extent, I was like, okay, let me look at it from both point of views. And you know what, you're right. Live is not the word to use in this particular case. So I will say I'm just going to say I'm live anyway. It still makes sense to me. And I'm pretty sure it makes sense to some of y'all as well. So with that being said, let's get into it. It is nightfall. And granted, I made a observation about how most cities, most suburbs, or I guess even some rural, I always have a hard time rolling those double R's. Rural areas have artificial light. You know, the amber lights, some of the LED lights, and maybe some of them are halogen. I doubt it. It seems kind of I don't know, it doesn't seem like it'll last long if you had halogen very out and exposed in a light fixture. Now, granted, it's in cars, but it's usually in plastic housings. Some street lights, they have, these covers, but they're made of glass, and glass can flex with temperature. I'm not getting into the science and chemistry of it, but let's talk about the nocturnal emissions, the nocturnal lifestyle. Noctis. I like that, Noctis. That's actually kind of a cool name. But anyways, I feel the chemicals that have, I guess, manifested and, well, how do I put this in context? Because you can't see what I'm seeing. Maybe I should do a video component to this so I can illustrate it. Just thought about it because I was getting ready to describe something, but I'm like, I can describe it in as much detail as I want, but you can't actually see it. And we have technology that I can just record and just show you the area. It's just a thought. Anyways, what I was getting at is it's overcast, it's slightly, and there's a whitish orange glow because our city is starting to put a lot more cleaner white light in. Majority of it, I want to think it is LED. Can't confirm it, at least not yet. But I will say this: it is playing a pivotal role, not a major role, pivotal role in my, I guess, my energy generation, my abundance of it. I don't know. I can't say I don't know because you're listening to me explain this shit. You didn't even ask me to do this. So bear with me when I'm trying to find words to explain the feeling. And maybe this is a juvenile test of sorts about nocturnal lifestyle and how it makes you feel. But I just feel invigorated. I just do. I was outside doing, the rigmarole. And now I'm outside at night just to do this podcast to see how I'm feeling. And I feel invigorated. And it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday. Ain't nobody right next to me. There's a park with a couple of Little League ball games going on. There's actually a fair amount of traffic out right now. Now that I think, looking at it, just observing it. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Let me collect myself. I will notice this, that I didn't really prep for this episode because I wanted to just jump into it. I knew I was like, hey, nightfall, not dusk, actual nightfall. I was using my Star Walk app, and what's the name of the app? It checks. I think it's called Nightlight or Night Sky. Night Sky. Is it Night Sky? I don't know. I don't want to mess with my phone. I'm driving right now. I just set it to auto record. But it tells you what a light pollution is and what time it actually hits nightfall in your area based upon the light pollution map. Which is, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped into the microphone. Sorry about that, people. It actually tells you when nightfall actually hits your area. Actually, I'm gonna get into depth with that. Let's take a short break. I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna go run this quick errand inside. Come back out, and I'll just sit in the parking lot for a little bit and do the recording. Oh, and by the way, I hope I can recover this hard drive. Before I go in the store, let me tell you a quick story. I found my hard drive from 6 years ago, maybe even seven tops. And it had all the photos and videos, and it just had a lot. It was the early version of the terabyte system where you had to have a power supply. And I'm headed to the Wally World to get another one. But it was one of those early ones, and it had so many memories on there. And if I can recover that, I might be able to recover some song files that I wanted to finish. I never got a chance to. Granted, they might be unreason. Oh man, that was a close park spot. I could have got that one right there. Oh well. A little exercise ain't gonna hurt. Recover some pictures from my military days. It's just an all around win if I can find this component in Walmart tonight. And then hopefully the hard drive isn't dead. But we'll find out shortly, won't we? All right, stand by. I will be right back, and we'll pick up where I left off, which is going to be the apps I'm using to check for light pollution and nocturnal activities, and we're going to go through the Wikipedia page about what a nocturnal creature's habits really are, and see if you yourself are that type of nocturnal person or creature of habit. All right, be right back. All right, so after that brief intermission, sadly, the port wasn't there. So now I made a run for no reason. Whatever. I have to order online or go to Best Buy or something. But anyways, let's get right into nocturnal. Let's start with the advantages. Being active at night is a form of niche differentiation, where a species niche is partitioned not by the amount of resources, but by the amount of time, i.e. temporal division of the ecological niche. Oh, what's the ecological niche? Sorry, I got a message coming in. I thought I put this on airplane mode. She's gonna have to wait a second. Oh, damn it. Okay. All right. Anyways, hawks and owls can. Oh boy. Well, there's not gonna be a part 2.2 of this. So I'm gonna finish it. Uh, let's just get to the human disturbances. Light pollution, orientation, rhythmic behaviors, reproduction, predation, and spatial disturbances. All, boy, when I'm not busy, I swear, no one calls me. But the moment I get into something, everyone hits you up. Does anyone else have that issue? Is that that's just the way it works? I guess it's the way it works. Anyways, light pollution, we already talked about that. Um, she's 3 messages in a row. Okay. We already talked about light pollution, the artificial lighting, and things of that nature, and how, well, actually, we didn't talk about how it affects the skin and how it affects the circadian rhythm of the heart. Well, I mean, it does. Um, there's a link here I had somewhere. Let's see here. One moment, please. Artificial life affecting circadian rhythm. Yeah, there it is. Google Scholars. Artificial light at night. Implications for early life stages of development in 4 temperature freshwater fish. Disruption of circadian rhythms, a crucial factor in the etiology of depression. And there's actually a couple of them. Copy that link. Place that there. And then space it out a little bit. And then the fish. Well, women are like fish, kind of. Early life exposure. Oh, here we go. Early life exposure to artificial light at night affects the physiological condition. An experimental study on the ecophysiology of free-living nestling songbirds. That's another one. Let's go ahead and copy that link and paste it in our notes, shall we? So let's get back to, here it is, Wikipedia. Reproduction has an effect. There have been documented effects of light pollution on reproductive cycles and factors in different species. It can affect mate choice, migration to breeding grounds, and nest site selection. They tested it on frogs, and it caused a decrease in mate cells, which continue to move around instead of waiting for a potential mate to arrive. Meaning, well, they were anxious. They just kept fidgeting and, not chilling out on a lily pad like, hey, yo, chick, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Apparently, it hurts the overall fitness of species when considering the overall decrease in the amphibian population. Now, granted, these frogs were in a captive environment, so of course it's going to hurt those population numbers. And you know what's weird? When people put these things on Wikipedia, I'm noticing there's no like scholared paper to support some of the stuff. So I still think Wikipedia is a great source of information, but a lot of times I have to, before I even get on here, I have to jump on to like Google Scholar and see if there's something, remotely close to some of the claims they're making. And a lot of them, there are. I'm not saying there isn't, but I just dislike when I go to Wikipedia and they don't have like a direct link. I used to think these numbers were direct links, but they're just citations, but they don't have like clickable hyperlinks to go to it. It's just, okay, so now I have to go to the citation, and the citation. Oh, wait, no, there is links. Wait a minute. Nope, nope, I'm right. In like number 8, there's no clickable link. There we go. Yeah, look at the bottom. There's a couple of them now. Maybe it's just Safari that day because when I was doing Diurnal, none of these hyperlinks were clickable. Yeah, so on this one in particular, 8 doesn't have any. For those who are following along. Let's see. Here we go. Nocturnal giants: evolution of the sensory ecology in elephant birds. The fuck is it? Is it the small birds on top of an elephant, or is it the elephant-sized bird? Like elephant birds. Oh shit! It's basically a big ass ostrich. Elephant birds are a member of the extinct ratite family, Aporphinidae, made up of large to enormous flightless birds. They once lived on the island of Madagascar. They became extinct around 1200 CE due to human activity, or likely due to it. Yeah, it's basically a large ostrich. Yep. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked about the birds and stuff. Anyways, so these things that I was talking about the other day about how they affect, like, you feel a sense of, well, it's subjective, so I can't say everyone. That's a blanket statement. That'd just be poor observation and science skills right there. Hmm. In my experience, rhythmic behaviors definitely is the one that's like jumping off the page at me right now. I guess second would be reproduction, and then lastly would be light pollution. Orientation, I mean, that's just dealing with directional stuff. I mean, you can see that in the link, but again, rhythmic behaviors. Think about it. If you've ever been to a nightclub, get it? Nightclub. If you've ever been to a nightclub, you notice that there's a different energy and people move a certain way. I mean, this isn't rocket science. This is just, again, just observations and looking back at all the experiences I've had going out at night, clubbing, racing, just being out in the nightfall. And now that I'm looking at this from a very, you know, I guess it'd be analytical view. Overall, still just an observing point of view instead of just enacting or being involved with it. There is a word for it. It is escaping me. Um, it's like you're participating, but you're not. You're an observer, but I know there's a word for it. Oh, it's bugging me figuratively, and I'm probably not gonna figure it out before I upload this. What is it? Okay, I'm gonna take myself 10 seconds to try to figure it out. Non-participant, no. Observer, sort of. Onlooker, no. Admirer, no. Got 5 seconds. I can't think of it. And I know I'm gonna figure it out right when I stop recording. That's y'all know that's when it happens. Scorpios, y'all know. I wish I knew what it was, but anyways, it's I remember being like this, being the night owl, the night bird, or just the night person, the nocturnal, the noctis. Let's just look at one more here. Human disturbances. The exponential increase in human expansion and technology advances in the last few centuries has had a major effect on nocturnal animals, as well as diurnal species. The causes of these can be traced to distinct, sometimes overlapping areas, light pollution, and spatial disturbance. Okay, so now I want to look at spatial disturbance before we call it a wrap. The increasing amount of habitat destruction worldwide as a result of human expansion has given both advantages and disadvantages to different nocturnal animals. Well, duh. As a result of peak human activity in the daytime, more species are likely to be active at night in order to avoid the new disturbance in their habitat. Carnivorous predators, however, are less timid of the disturbance, feeding on human waste. Oh wow. And keeping a relatively similar spatial habitat as they did before. In comparison, herbivores prey tend to stay in areas where human disturbance is low, limiting both resources and their spatial habitat. This leads to an imbalance in favor of predators, who increase in population and come out more often at night. So I wonder, what year was it that there was like massive amounts of bear attacks? Let me see here. Bear attacks. There was a year where bear attacks it spiked heavy. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. 2000s and 2010s. Let's go with 2000s first. Excuse me. Yeah, here we go. August. A lot of it towards the winding down of summer. I wonder if that plays a role into it because I guess I have to look up. See, this is where we get the rabbit hole, folks. It's like, okay, when do bears generally hibernate? Okay. About 7.5 months. This is based on grizzly bears, brown bears, and yeah, that's it. Just those two. I thought there was a third one, but that's just its scientific name, the Ursus, whatever. Um, it says they usually come out around March, or for males, mid to late March. Females emerge a little bit later in April to May. So if they're coming out in spring, looking at these attacks for the year 2000, the majority of them were, yeah, mid to late summer. Wow. Only one was a captive. So she was working. Yep, there it is. Kellyanne Walls, 37, female, October 4th, 2009. Walls, whose husband had an expired license to keep exotic animals, what the fuck, was attacked while cleaning her pet bear's cage. She tried to distract the bear by throwing dog food to the opposite end of the cage, and neighbors shot and killed the bear. This was in Ross Township, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, keeping it weird, huh? You kept a bear as a pet. I got nothing else to say about it. It just speaks for itself. But the rest of them, from August, there's 3 in August, 4 in August, 4 in September, 1 July, 2 July, excuse me, 4 Junes. Yeah, this is just late summer. Okay, so let's jump to, oh shit, wait a minute, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention, this is a black bear. Brown bears, again, all wild. Yeah, this one did a double hitter. Another one did a double hitter. National Park, Alaska. National Park, National Refuge, Alaska. Those all the ones I'm naming are Alaska. Hyder, Alaska. Wow. Okay. So let's wrap this up a little bit because this was supposed to be talking about humans, and then we kind of segue to bears. But I guess we are still talking about humans because humans impacted the reason why these bears, or at least a component. I'm not gonna say it was the sole reason. That would be very foolish. But human activity plus time of day, in this case, it's nocturnal. Yeah, because let me see, make sure I'm getting this right. So I'm saying this correctly. I'm on point here. 2000s, We haven't got the 2010s yet. Um, okay, they don't say the time of day. Okay, we can't throw that one in there. We can't. We can't throw that one in there. That's interesting. Why would they not list the time of day? Huh. Oh wait, here we go. Hold on. Slept. She was cleaning the cage. Okay, we're not talking about the captain one. She just had it coming. Let's see here. Wild. Here we go. Mountain bike. Natural resources. DNA. Damn, this dude ran into a bear at high speed on a bike and he got it. He got killed. Uh, Woo. Okay, this is getting a little grim. Nightfall, huh? It went from pretty hype to oh wow, this is quite serious. So here's what I observed from the nightlife as far as humans concerned. It as soon as that sun goes away, humans just they transform. They do. Nightclubs, party animal. It's common observation. It's just we come alive at night. I don't know what. No, I do know what it is. I just saw it. What am I saying? Of course I know what it is. It's spatial disturbances, rhythmic behaviors, and light pollution. The ability for us to see at night, even if it's artificial, has a direct impact on our rhythmic behavior because at night, typically, you should be asleep. Even while now I'm recording this, it's 23:25 now. And generally, you should be asleep. You're recharging from the day, your diurnal activities. But if you're a person who sleeps through the day and you're all geeked up and gassed up for night, and then you have the lights that mimic daylight because you're not really supposed to see at night, it's dark for a reason. It changes. Wow, okay, I'm seeing a correlation here. Are you seeing a correlation here? Hmm. See, now I want to go back out and just take a drive. But see, also your car's headlights mimicking. I mean, it's not daylight per se, but it's light in the night. I'm not trying to rhyme on purpose. Believe me, that's too campy for my liking. Wow. Okay. That's let's roll this up. We were rolling this up. The light pollution, as opposed to getting the night light, the natural light, which is just darkness, maybe some moonlight, but that's a reflection of sunlight off of the surface of the moon. But overall, nightfall. Hmm. No, I had it. I kept cutting myself off. I had it. Let me reframe it. The artificial lights that we have that activate when nightfall happens changes our rhythmic behaviors and spatial uh, mm, no, no. Hmm. Is that? Excuse the dead air. I'm really trying to put it together because, like, I had it, and then I cut myself off, and then I lost it. Okay, fourth time's a charm, right? If nightfall is the counter for us diurnal-based species, and we have the artificial light, that artificial light is mimicking the natural light we get during the day. So, in turn, our rhythms are based on that diurnal cycle. So, with that diurnal being mimicked at night, it changes our spatial awareness. We consume at night. Why? You're supposed to be resting. So if you're becoming predatory at night when you're not a night predator, it starts showing it's revealing to me that there's these different maybe the different illnesses, the different mindsets that happen. Why people are called, I don't know if they still use the word lunatics. Maybe. I might have to dive into this a little deeper tomorrow. I mean, I'm putting like a time limit on myself for some reason. And I think it's because if I cross over in about 30 minutes to tomorrow, which would be twilight, then I won't have a decent episode for the crepuscular talk. Yeah, I'm shoehorning stuff in here, but I don't want to, but I kind of have to because I still got to do the horoscope. So yeah, I'm going with that. I think that's the reason why people choose the nightlife. And what is that reason again? Here we go. Since we're a diurnal based species, but since we have technology that allows us to operate in the night when normally we would be asleep, it causes a new type of human. I don't know what we can call it. Maybe there's already a word for it, and I just don't have time to find it right now. And maybe I need to touch on this a little later. But the nightfall rhythmic behaviors, sans artificial light, you will be asleep. You would have a resting systems check going on. You know how you get like REM when you sleep? It's to clean your eyes. So when nightfall hits, that's a chance to relax your mind, your body, your spirit. Like your energy goes into this low power state. I mean, that's how I'm reading this. And the rhythmic behaviors, we were just talking about circadian rhythms. Well, if your heart is doing something that it's not supposed to do while you're supposed to be asleep because you're awake, this could lead to some type of dis-ease. Get it? Disease, dis-ease. And then the spatial disturbances. Our eyes are not meant to see in the dark. Yet we have artificial light that helps us see in the dark. But if you notice, and man, if you have a low center of gravity car, y'all know this all too well. Your eyes are constantly focused and adjusting with all the passing lights from headlights, neon signs, traffic lights, you name it, anything that's illuminated. Because our eyes are not naturally programmed by nature to see at night. Now, granted, there are some people with some superior night vision, not knocking that one bit. That is not the topic of discussion here. We're talking about humans, mainly in metropolitan areas, who normally would be asleep, but aren't. They're awake. So that's how I'm gonna sum up the nocturnal. It's just a factor of the technology. The technology we have allows us to keep going when we normally should be asleep. Let's go ahead and get into the horoscope of the day. And since I want to upload this quickly, I am just going to have to post all of the links in the description because by the time I edit this and upload it, I'm going to be in the crepuscular period of the planet. And then that's going to ruin tomorrow evening's upload, which will be, I don't know, I might be able to do live right now. I have to check the YouTube channel. But anyways, let's go over to our good old friends at astrology.com. Oh, wow, the website looks different when you're on a desktop. Getting sidetracked. My Scorpios, here we go. Listen up. A very important decision must be made today. You might not have as much input as you would like, your powers in the particular situation is fading. So, you probably shouldn't try to force the issue. Attempting to flex muscles that you don't have could make you look quite silly. A little bit of self control will pay off big down the line, when you will be remembered as being a very reasonable and level headed person. Any of that happen today? Was there a decision, an important decision that had to be made today? Had the appointment, did a little shopping for necessities, obviously, and we already talked about that a little earlier. Maybe it's the podcast? No, that doesn't seem right. You're power in a particular situation. Could it be because I invited a family member to an event that's happening tomorrow? Oh crap, that's right. I don't even know if I'm gonna be recorded. Maybe I should do the crepuscular episode in like 20 minutes. No, no, no. 20 minutes to midnight. No, no. I got my cert training tomorrow evening. I don't know. This one's not really hitting today, so this is a miss. Oh, and I wanted to mention that one as well. The categories, I should write this down so I don't forget, are going to be hit, miss, and not applicable. That's going to be the X chart. The Y chart would be day, night, and crepuscular. Or twilight, rather. Sounds better. Crepuscular sounds so sterile. Yeah. So this is a miss. I'm gonna have to go back and play it. Okay. I got all these messages. Okay. Time's run up. I gotta go ahead and finish this. And that clock over this 5 minutes fast is actually 23:35 at this very moment that I'm saying it. Anyways. Finance. Peace of mind is elusive. Boy, ain't the truth. That's because your subliminal issues can't be run from, and neither can they be bought off. You have to face them once and for all, and today's the day. You have much more energy left over for life's challenges once you do. What? Peace of mind is elusive. That's because your subliminal issues can't be run from. Can't be run from? Is that proper grammar? It is. Anyways, and neither can they be bought off. You have to face them once and for all, and today's the day. You'll have much more energy left over for life challenges once you do. Miss. So that's the first time we have two misses. That's it. That's the end of the episode. I'm not going to drag this out any further. It's 23:37, and I got to respond to these 4 messages I missed, because if not, they're going to end up calling me, and then I'm going to be mad because I lost all this data. So, you have been tuned into G.R.D. with your host and curator, Argus Rowe. House Scorpio. Signing off. Peace.